This is a beginner look at the Positron Notebook Editor with AI assistance. I'm going to create a new Jupyter notebook. We just need to select the folder name and the location. In the lower right-hand side, there's an option to try out the new AI enhanced features of the notebook. I'm going to check Use Positron Notebook as the default editor for the file, and also the assistant, I'm going to enable it on the check. If you don't have that right-hand box, you can just go into the settings and search for the notebook settings within Positron. I'm new to Positron and I'm new to notebooks. I'm actually a Python backend developer, but I'm going to play around with this notebook and learn about it by just poking around with it. I have previously inserted an OpenAI key to access the OpenAI API. So I have the Positron Assistant enabled. In the cell, I'm going to import Plotly, Express, and I'm assuming that I'm going to have to add it. I like to use UV, so I'll give that a try. In the lower pane, I can access the terminal. I'm on Linux. So I'm going to init UV, and I'm going to add the Plotly Express within quotes, and the word express is inside of square brackets. Now I'll set up a data frame with the default data set that is built into Plotly. I'm going to use the Gapminder sample data set again. I used this same one in the previous video. We can set a query on the data frame, the data set, for the year 2007 using that data. You can see in the right-hand pane, we also have the data frame. But if we just use some of the simple commands like head, we can already see that it's quite nice to use it this way. So I don't normally use Positron or a Jupyter Notebook, so this to me is pretty cool to explore around with the data frames and use the Data Explorer that way. I'll just collapse some of the right and left panes, so focus on. And there's this automatically generated box here that is suggesting how I can interact with the notebook. So I just selected it, and it's giving me additional information. This one will describe it. This will put it into a list. So all of these are generated by the AI. I guess it's thinking what might be useful for me. And just test it as the head. Very nicely formatted, very pleasant experience. You can get the shape of it. And it's looking good, so I'm going to continue on. I'm going to attempt to use some plots. So I'll just paste in a figure I had from it's the sample program on the Plotly site, right? So just that one line to get the figure. And we'll do fig.show. And it's nice, it's embedded in line with the notebook. quite fun. But now there's more fun because it's suggesting different types of charts to get different views of the data. And I have a module not found error. So if I go to the bottom, it'll probably say, okay, so it's this stats module. It's likely just UV add, but I want to test out some of the features of Positron. And let's say I didn't know how to fix it, right? So I'm going to just see what Positron says. The Positron Assistant. I clicked on the button that said fix, and it's asking me whether it's okay to install it. So it looks like the assistant can do it from the command line, and amazingly, it did do it. And it actually knew that I was using UV, which I appreciate very much because oftentimes it just uses pip, or an AI will use pip. And it was nice that it understood that I was using UV. So now I have the stats model in. I'm going to try to rerun this. And voila, pretty cool. So it looks like this notebook editor with AI assistance can look at the data and suggest appropriate ways to help me visualize the data. So it looks like quite an interesting tool where the AI does look at the data and make some recommendations to you.